So today I wanted to do something a little different. Today I wanted to talk about color grading and kind of show you guys how I go about color grading my footage. Now, I want you to listen to this. I am by no means colorist. Matter of fact, I'm really not that good at color grading. It is the least thing I like doing in the whole editing process. But over the years, I have figured out some ways to just make it easier for me to go in and color my footage. So before we jump into Davinci, I want to say that color grading is always going to be subjective. There may be certain rules that they say we should follow, but it's ultimately going to come down to what you like. So if you like your images and your videos oversaturated, then do that. If you like your videos with the blacks as black as they can get and no information in the shadows, then grade that way. If you like your highlights blown out, then do that. It's all subjective according to what you like. So there may be some rules that you can follow as a base point, but remember, color grading is all about your personal preference. Now, I'm going to be using Davinci Resolve, mainly because it's a free program and it's accessible to anybody. Now, I'm going to be using the studio version, which is the paid version, but all the things are still the same in the free version in it. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so here we are in Davinci Resolve. This is a clip from a short film that I did called From Bay to Block. It's a great film. If you hadn't seen it, go check it out. I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description. But anyway, this clip was shot with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K in the film profile at 4K. So first thing I always do, of course, I gotta go over to my color tab. Now, I only do 3 modes. That's it. I do a color correction node, I do a contrast resaturation node, and a colors node. And that's normally all I'll do to these clips. Now, because this was shot in the film profile, I gotta convert it over to Rec 709. If you don't know what Rec 709 is, look it up. All it does is it's gonna take this image and get it to where it's usable, all right? So I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna change the gamma to Rec 709, and boom. As you can see, this is what it does to the footage. Shift my monitor down. There we go, that's better. All right, so in this image right now, I see that my blacks are really black and my shadows are dark, and I don't want them that dark. So again, my first node is my color correction node. So all I'm gonna do is go down to my shadows here, and I'm gonna pick those up. Now I'm also looking at my waveform here because I've learned that they are lift table. So I can see that my blacks are really, really low. So I want to lift things up a little bit. Look at these. To lift my blacks, I go to the lift. I just lift them up until the waveform looks about right. And I look at my image. Now, even though waveforms are good, guys, remember to look at your image. Because sometimes the waveform, although it's giving you accurate readings, look at your image and make sure that the real. All right, so now I'm going to jump over to my, wrong thing, what did I do? I'm sorry, let me close this out, go here, okay. Let me make my contrast and saturation node, and I'm gonna bump the contrast up, and I'm gonna increase the saturation. Out there. All right, I'm gonna go back to my correction node because this is a lot cooler than I wanted, so I'm gonna increase the temperature a little bit just to warm it up a tad bit, about right there. All right, yep, that looks fine to me. That looks okay. The image itself is still a little dark, even though this scene is supposed to be, a night scene. I still don't want it that dark. So again, looking at my waveform, I'm gonna grab this offset here and I'm gonna slide it. And you can see the waveform. You see the waveform moving? The offset picks that whole little white area thingies up. And I'm gonna lift them up a little bit. All right. So now I'm gonna make my curves node. Over here. Got my curves, and and if you've been, doing any type of video work or color grading for a while, you've heard of, the S curve. And that's pretty much all I do. Just make a little bit of an S curve. Not much in there. That's it. Now I'm looking at my waveform. My blacks are kind of where I want them to be. Everything is. Now, with this particular image, it's a little softer than I like for it to be. So I'm actually gonna add one more node, and it's gonna be a sharpening node. So I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna grab this radius, make sure it's on sharpen, grab this radius, and I'm just gonna slide this down to about right in there, about 42. That looks good, not too much. All right, yeah, that looks good. Okay, right in there. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that's a finished image. Again, some people might not like it. Some people might think that the colors aren't quite right or the skin tone is off. For my taste and what I shoot and how I shoot, this looks fine to me. I would have no problem putting this out. And so that needs to be the same for you. There are rules to this. There are certain things that we follow, but those rules are just the baseline. Don't let them be the end-all, be-all, the be-all, end-all, the end-all, be-all, however you say that. Don't let it be the only thing that you go by. Do is your preference, right? Do it however you feel like you want to do it. If those blacks need to be crushed in your eyes, man, crush them out. The highlights need to be blown out, go ahead and blow them out. Color grading is subjective. It's all about what you think. Don't get so caught up in watching all these videos and letting people tell you this is how your image needs to look. And don't get frustrated even when it doesn't look the way you want it to look. Just get it to a point to where it looks okay. There's a lot of other things that go into it, lighting and all that kind of stuff. So it may not be perfect. If you're learning, it's going to take a little time. Or again, I am not a colorist. I am not great at coloring at all, but I can do what I need to do to get by and make sure my footage is presentable. And you can't ask for more. So again, guys, I just wanted to jump on here and give you this quick little video on this color grading, on how I color grade. If this isn't your style, that's all well and good. This is just how I do it. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, hit the notification bell so you'll know every time I upload a video. And I'm gonna catch you guys in the next. But oh, listen, check this out. If you want to see more little how-to-dos or tutorials or workflows or whatever you want to call them, make sure you let me know in the comments, man, and I'll do a few more of these, all right? Y'all be easy. Peace.